The Russian ruble is under great pressure today as it has hit the mark of 78 against the US dollar. Falling oil prices also contribute to the ruble's decline. The energy market opened this week in negative territory. Global financial markets are set to start the new week with a decline. The risk appetite gets lower amid such factors as the second coronavirus wave and tensions between the US and China. In addition, traders were focused on the US non-farm payrolls data released on Friday. Today, markets opened the trade on a positive note. In the early session, investor sentiment was boosted by Friday's economic data from the US and the news about the vaccine from Johnson & Johnson. However, the oil market remained unchanged, where the sell-off prevails at the moment. In the morning trade, Brent oil futures for October lost more than 0.5% and settled at $42.17 per barrel. The American crude followed a similar trajectory, with WTI futures trading at $40 per barrel. Last week, Brent went down by 2.9%, while WTI fell by 2.6%. The bearish trend is expected to continue in the near future. The leading economies consider reimposing restrictive measures on tourism, which is the main factor to weigh on oil prices. Besides, Libya has almost doubled its production volumes after lifting the blockade of some major oil fields. The threat of oversupply is a negative sign for oil, especially amid sluggish fuel demand due to the pandemic. However, oil prices may gain support from Norway, where oil workers are planning to hold a strike. Unless the parties come to an agreement by the end of September, Norway's oil companies will have to cut 20% of their oil and gas production. Today, Brent is expected to trade in the range between $42 and $43 per barrel. If the situation in the oil market becomes more stable, traders may want to decrease their sell positions on the Russian currency. Yet, the ruble is unlikely to show considerable growth. The dollar-ruble pair is set to hold near the upper boundary of the current trading range, between 75 and 80. On Monday, the ruble is again losing ground. Early in the day, the US dollar settled at 78 rubles 70 kopecks, which is 0.6% higher compared to the previous close. At the moment, the ruble seems oversold. That is why the correction is necessary. The ruble has good chances of a rebound as government bonds have shown a slight rise recently. This means that foreign investors are not going to flee from the Russian market. What's more, an unprecedented number of buy and sell orders on the ruble has been recorded today. This usually indicates a change in the main trend. Over time, the correction in the ruble may turn into a more serious trend. Currently, the level of 76.20 serves as the nearest upward target for the ruble. At the same time, we can observe aggressive actions from the dollar bulls. A continuous strong bullish momentum can push the US dollar up to the highs last seen in March. This time, the dollar-ruble pair surged above the level of 80. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.